Yo, you're listening to Dudes. Wow. You're listening to Dudes at 4 a.m. Brought to you. What? You're listening to Dudes at 4 a.m. Brought to you by three. Brought to you by three. Brought to you by three dudes who chose to nut up instead of shutting up. So you're listening to episode 5 of Dudes at 4 a.m. We're down here at UVA again. This is Alex. I'm here with Erin and Brian.
Hey.
Apparently I'm not allowed to troll, so I'm going to sleep.
That's unfortunate.
But
Yeah.
the dudes have guests.
For the first time, yes, we have chicks visiting the set.
Woo!
Which could be good or bad. I don't know yet.
Previously mentioned podcast alum Sisi from the Friends podcast. We have Ryan, who's just dead right now. Or Swag. And we have Natisha, who shouldn't have drank a Red Bull today.
Boogaloo shrimp. Sorry.
Never give someone a Red Bull for the first time and take them on a road trip.
It's a good thing, man. You should
It's
try
a bad thing.
It's ting.
It's probably fun.
Ting.
It's probably fun.
Thank you.
It was... I
mean, if you're, the person.
She was about to, she was so hyper. She was about to lift my car, which is like a van, and, take it over the traffic.
Hey, Red Bull.
You should have let her. You would have been here faster.
I didn't want to make a scene. All
I have to call the Air Force or something. So what are we talking about, yo?
Well, they'll be in the background throughout the episode for as long as we care to record right now.
Wow.
But today, we're going to talk about fighting, arguments, discussions, conflicts, whatever you want to call them. We all have them. We all throw punches.
Yes.
We all yell.
Tell them.
We have the
Wow.
view over here.
We got the
view.
Yeah. Joy Behar in the background.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that'll be fun throughout the podcast.
They interject every 10 minutes with something funny.
No, yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna know she just laughed by the end of this, or dolphins, or a dolphin sound.
So what's up, fights, man?
What about fights? Fights are first of all, I gotta acknowledge this. This episode is inspired by Jersey Shore for stupid fighting for no reason. I don't know how I came up with the idea, but Jersey Shore.
But that
Jersey Shore.
We're doing an episode inspired by Jersey Shore?
Yeah, isn't that sad?
No,
what does the world come to?
I'm done for today.
Brian's out.
Brian's out. After he was already out.
I don't know if we can handle this on our own.
He'll interject every hour, so we'll record 55 minutes.
I hope so.
He might show up. As rare as Knives' dad is in the game.
You're right.
Yeah.
So fights. So Jersey Shore. That's like fighting amongst your friends.
Fighting for no reason.
Yeah. But it's different because that's like a TV show, so they do that on purpose.
Right, but it gets to a point where it's just they don't fight for a reason though. At least Real World tries. Real World tries. The directors will give him some direction. Hey, he got mad at you for stealing his toothbrush. Jersey Shore, they don't need a reason to fight. They'll just pound each other away or get a trip to Italy. However that works.
I mean, all groups of friends are you've got a balance of guys and girls. So there's bound to be lots of drama. There's sexual tension. There's emotional tension.
Mad sexual tension.
There's a lot of no matter what group of friends you're in, there's mad tension.
Oh, it's tension
across the board. That's where all the fighting comes from.
It's just. I feel like when people get into fights, it's not just one thing that irks someone. It's just a buildup of things, and then
exactly.
It just happens when the fight happens. Is that it gets thrown onto everyone, and just a lot of fights can be avoided.
Yeah,
the right amount of patience is needed, but is usually never there at the moment.
Well, you need to address things as they happen.
Right.
When stuff builds up amongst your group of friends,
right.
It just makes things a lot worse.
Yeah.
You gotta once something happens, just lay it out on the table and then move on.
Right.
Because once stuff builds up, then all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was gonna ask Brian for input, but he's really dead.
Yo, seriously?
These fights have gone too far. We've killed Brian.
About to take his pillow.
Jack him up.
Wow.
But
You guys move on quick.
Anyway,
All right.
Yep.
so I don't know.
I mean, a notable fight I've been in. It was what was it? It was about like 2 years ago, and like it was a situation, a basic guy-girl situation.
Yeah.
Guys like girls, but then
Hormones, man. Hormones.
hormones and alcohol. Anyway, this one guy.
Wait, what was that word?
Alcohol?
Wait.
Huh?
Okay. No. Just make sure. Yeah.
So it's apparently too late for Erin right
What
now.
was that? You sure? I just want to make sure I heard what you said. Yeah. You good? You good? You good?
You trolling me?
You keep going. Keep
Trolling
going.
me?
You
And
said,
also,
you said water, right? You said water.
yeah.
Okay. Let's make sure.
What did you hear?
Let's make sure.
Wow. Wow. Got the FCC in the show. Dang. Anyway, it was a freshman year, and I had a guy friend, who decided to flirt around and be kind of inconspicuous about it, as in telling Facebook. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
right?
Nice.
So it came to a point where we were having disagreement, and it wasn't resolved. And the real point of the disagreement was that people didn't see eye to eye, and it was also for hatred of this friend. So what happened is it didn't settle over the summer, and what happened when we came back to school and we all met up, I wasn't informed of any of this, but everyone else in the group had beef with each other. So when I tried to assemble, we were trying to go eat somewhere. I was like, everyone, come, we'll just
Oh my God, isn't that
bring it
awkward?
back. It's so
You don't
awkward.
know, and you
Like,
ask like everyone you know to come
and they're all
hang
just
out,
like,
and then they all come and they're just like staring at each other.
they'll give you a stink face, and they'll
Yo,
bring
that
up small
sucks.
talk.
That sucks.
Like, I don't care how your Yankees are doing. I don't care. I don't care what internship you might be doing that you applied for, but that you didn't get, but you tried really hard because your mom sent you the resume letter, and you just decided that Conan was on that day, and you decided not to do it.
That's really specific. Did that happen? A lot of
Um,
details.
Let's hear it is.
well, I'm not trying to get too specific about it, but
Wow.
anyway, so that lunch, so awkward because I didn't notice at the time, but they picked sides when they decided to eat with me,
Yeah.
and they decided to address me or address the friend I was with, who they're all upset with, through me. It was like can you tell Joe to pass the salt and that he's a
Oh my
scumbag?
God.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
like teenage. That's like high school
It,
drama
it,
shit.
it was middle school. It was
Yeah,
middle
that's like
school.
stuff you see on TV.
They might as well have picked the popular table and just like moved away while eat to our business. We were doing tic-tac-toe in our napkins.
Man.
But yeah, the argument was so dumb. It was basically a guy liking a girl and then not realizing that it was serious. So he was flirting with other girls. Girl got jealous, and then it boiled up to ruining the whole friendship. Out of that one lunch, the whole group split up because one of the friends moved. Three of the girls were arguing with this one guy. One of the other guys wasn't associating with us anymore, and I was just in the middle of it. And then it was beyond my repair. I like to fix the problems with like friends and groups. I just want peace.
Yeah, no.
That's all I want. But some people hate peace.
I mean,
They give you the deuces,
I mean,
but they're really trying to give you the finger.
when it comes to like relationship stuff, it's just hard. Like you gotta. Sometimes people forget about like what's really important.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was really sad because that whole group was like so strong knit. Like
Yeah.
3-4 months before that, and then all this fallout for like a liking that, like
Yeah.
a relationship that never happened. It was really sad. So
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I've experienced stuff like
Yeah.
that too. Like it's like especially when like one thing I've seen is like a guy really likes a girl and then like the girl like rejects him or whatever, or says things won't work out, and then what ends up happening is like the guy has like his own group of friends backing him up, and then the girl has her own group of
that's
friends.
exactly what happened.
And then and then it ends up being like a whole like fight, and then no one like gets along. And then like one side, like each side doesn't know the story of the other, and then she becomes like, "Oh, I'm friends with him, so I'm defending him, even though I don't know what's going on."
I hate
You know, like
picking sides.
yeah,
I hate it.
because like it just makes things worse. Like it's just like so much energy like ramped up.
like having to rank friends like that is just it's very unfair.
Yeah. No, it happens, man.
It's really sad.
It happens. It's part of growing up. But hopefully we'll get over that.
I mean, I guess like thinking back on it, I wish I'd a bad thing about me, just aside, I have real trouble with keeping in touch. Like, I made a lot of friends, but, like, I've gotten to a point where, like, I can't keep up with everyone and I lose touch with people. So I think, I don't know, if I could go back and fix something, I probably would have kept in touch a little more over the summer, try to mend some fences, because I'm a little bit neutral when it comes to most fights, unless it involves me, which shouldn't happen much. But it's just, if I had to go and fix it, I'd probably try and keep up with them over the summer to see if we can try to settle this before it became a big deal.
Well, set examples, man.
Right.
Like, do what you want to see happen.
And it's unfortunate because, like, sometimes when you get in those fights and people are not going to understand you because they're going to think your problem's original or your problem's never been dealt with and you don't know how to deal with them, or only they can deal with their own problem. And I'm just going to be like, well, if you could deal with your own problem, it wouldn't be a problem anymore.
You're
Like,
right. Yo, this shit just got real. Real talk.
Real world.
Yo, is
dudes.
Brian seriously not gonna talk?
Brian's not going to talk.
What the fuck,
I think
man?
he's drooling right now.
Oh,
We're gonna put some dude's magic in this podcast and bring him back to life.
We need words of wisdom, man.
yeah.
Alex and I can't talk forever.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Fights?
We're talking about fights.
I once broke a kid's nose, and then I elbowed him in the eye.
Damn.
That was deep.
That was justice.
That was deep.
All right.
My mind has just been blown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So we've got a major troll over here.
Right. No, it could happen.
So
I don't know what Brian's been doing.
That happened.
Oh.
This is not like recently, but it happened.
It happened.
yeah.
Kind of fight once.
You got to fight Natisha?
Back in the day.
Back-
This was
Lay it
like-
on me.
Well, you know,
Not
I
like
was
that.
small. Oh. You don't want me to tell the story?
I want to hear the story.
Okay. So back in the day, right, I went in middle school, and I just get this nice bracelet. Shiny, nice new bracelet. I was happy. I was running around like a kid that just got cotton candy. And then this girl come around and bust the bracelet. I was like, what's going on?
Oh my God.
I get so angry.
So
I was
jealous.
Like, rage. I was like Hulk, right? And I grabbed the girl, I push her. And she fly into the other girl and her tooth got stuck in the other girl's forehead. I was like, oh goodness, I'm in trouble now. I don't know what to do. So they sent me to the principal office, tell me stand in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, okay, fine. So yeah, I got in trouble.
Did
But
you
then
do
I
time?
apologized. Did I do time? I did time in the corner of the principal's office.
So that's how you make a name. Post up. Mess with my bracelet. Mess with your face.
But isn't that interesting though? Like you grow up and so there are different stages of fighting. So like you know you're like in middle school, elementary school, and there's like the jealousy kind of fighting, and then it's like physical, and then you get to high school and stuff, and then it's more like emotional, like
Drama.
talking out fighting. You get to college, it's more like drama, more like you know,
There's some real stuff in there.
yeah. And then once you become an adult, like it starts to mature and go away slowly.
See, I wish it was a cycle like that because it's not. I get some of the
Some
of the elementary school bullet fights.
Yeah, I mean you do. Like
That exist.
there are instances of that, but like the hope is that like eventually everyone ends up at the same place on a maturity level, you know.
Understanding is key.
Yeah.
People who don't have the patience, people are gonna fight.
Let's just all be friends. Like seriously?
Yes.
Kumbaya.
Yeah. Seriously.
What?
Kumbaya.
We be friends. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've been singing all day, so
Oh yeah, you're right.
we're about to get jazzed up on some boy bands.
So what?
What?
Bonhams?
Boy bands.
Oh, boy band. Like you said, Bonhams.
That Red Bull's getting to your brain. Bone hands.
I mean, I don't know what she was saying.
What are you listening to?
So yeah, that's like friend stuff. What else? What other kind of fights you get into, man?
Me?
Yeah.
Brian. Are we waking Brian up?
I don't know. If Brian wants to talk, he'll talk.
Okay. I guess I'll put a quick aside. Compared to the emotional fights, I had a physical fight that I had to, not involving me, but I had to deal with it. I think it was either my freshman or sophomore year of high school, and I was on the soccer team. I think it was the year I was JV captain. Anyway, I think we had lost this game pretty bad. Not because of my leadership, of course. I was cold that day. Sick, right? Anyway, after the game, I think like something happened where like someone was accusing someone of not playing defense or someone wasn't running back. And it got to a point where they started pushing each other in the locker room. And I got there right when they were punching each other, and it was like I had to pull them away. And it was a really immature fight for something stupid that they can just get suspended for over a game. First of all, it's JV. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's all about learning. So
that's true.
Second of all, why are you fighting? You guys are teammates. Like, just as friends fight for some reasons they're just dumb, teammates fighting over one game is even dumber.
Yeah, that's like
Because
that's like a professional type of fight.
It's like a professional, but they're acting like 2-year-olds because, I mean, once you lost, it's the whole team's fault, really. I mean, yeah, you can blame certain people for certain things, but it's a team effort. If the whole team didn't come together, you're going to lose.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same, along the same lines. Like, you know, you just gotta work together, man.
Yeah. Like, maturity is a key thing. I mean, yeah, it was high school, but...
Yeah.
I mean, you know coming into it that you're dealing with people from different backgrounds, even different play styles, different attitudes, and there's no reason to fight. Like, it's just obnoxious.
Don't lose anyone. I just looked up. I just remembered the thing. If you ever watch Boy Meets World, there's that episode where like they all like have a glimpse into the future.
Brian sums up.
Yeah, they have a glimpse into the future, and they're like in Feeney's office, and then Eric is like this like wise like wise guy. He's got a staff and shit. He's got long hair, and he has like a huge like no joke like a tome like a huge book, and it says the meaning of life on the front, right? And then so this whole time like you see like what would have happened because the basic premise of the episode is like the group of friends is fighting.
Yeah.
So you see like glimpses to the future, like what would happen if they never made up, you know, if their fights like went out of control and split them all up. And so at the end, you finally realize the meaning of life, like the book. He opens the first page. He looks through and he's like, it only says something on one page. So there's only one page and it says, lose one friend, lose all friends, lose yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah. That is by far my favorite Boy Meets World episode.
That's awesome.
I'll never forget it.
Feeney!
And Brian is awake.
But seriously, like I mean, you can't say it any better than that. Like that's.
I've actually never heard that. I don't remember the quote. I remember wise. I remember the wise man.
Yeah.
He was named Plays with Squirrels.
He plays a squirrel. It was so funny.
That's so.
But it was so serious. Like, you never think about like we go through life and we're like, oh, I got to get a job. I got to take care of like my family. I got to like eat. I got to do all this shit. But I feel like the thing we figured out with the most is like you need to have a core group of friends like as you grow up. Even if it changes like over the years, you always need to have a core of friends to support you along the way.
Right. Definitely.
Like otherwise, like I mean, like you said, otherwise, you'll lose yourself. Like because like when you're studying with other people, you study with other people to get different opinions, so people like will tell you things that you didn't notice.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing with friends. Like you hang out with other people so that they can point out things about yourself that you might not notice, or they'll support you with things that you're not confident about.
Mm-hmm. Brian's thumbs up. He's up.
He approves.
Right. He's
wow.
Mute. He's mute right now. Unless we go into Boys Meets World.
Just got deep.
Or Fresh Prince. We get deep quick.
Oh, we get real deep. Don't take that the wrong way. Alright, the mood just changed. My bad, guys. My bad.
Super serious.
I take blame for that. Yeah. Alright, what's next?
Oh, man.
What else? Who else do we fight with?
Who else we fight with?
You fight with your family sometimes?
For really dumb reasons.
Yeah, that's the same thing, man. Yeah,
I remember when I was younger, again in high school, I thought I was a little bit more smarter than I was. Not that I wasn't smart. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, Alex.
But I thought I was a little more wiser than I wished. So it came to understanding that my brother had a car a lot earlier, and I was still tripping rides off Brian, for which I'm still paying that debt. Hence this ride to UVA.
Thumbs up from Brian. Thumbs up from Brian.
The days Brian doesn't have to pay for gas are days of glory and happiness. And notice he's not arguing.
Exactly.
So it came to a point I was getting frustrated because, I was getting rides. I didn't mind getting rides, but like sometimes I'd have to wait a while and like in the months where like I would have track practice and it'd last till like 5. And it was
Yeah.
like the middle of winter, so I'd be like waiting by the curb for like 15 minutes to a half hour.
It's just not convenient.
It's not convenient, and it's not like I couldn't walk home, but like anyone who's done track, try walking after practice. There's 4 ice bags. I was
Every
I was
day.
locked up.
Every day.
I remember one time I snapped at my dad because he was just like, yeah, I think he had a bad day at work or something.
No.
And then he was just like, you could have called someone else. You should call your friends first, right? And I was like, yeah, I can't keep calling them. And he was like, this costs gas, right? And I'm like, I can't really help this.
What costs gas for everyone else too?
So I don't know. I got like upset for. I think I was like, if I had a car, this wouldn't be a problem. You just let me drive. And I was just, I don't know. I was getting more upset at him, but like I was just more upset that I couldn't help the situation, not at him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a fire regret, even though he made like bad points looking back on it. But I mean, yeah, I could have been a little more appreciative. I don't know.
It's a little stuff,
like as I've grown up, I've learned to just like sometimes you have to let someone who's arguing you talk and just
exactly.
You gotta kind of take the hit because
oh no, that's key, man.
Like taking the call as a friend is not the same as taking the hit because taking the hit is not as satisfying at all.
You get no pleasure out of that.
You get beaten down. Every insecurity is fleshed out, and it feels the worst. But I mean, if you're willing to make it stand and get past this argument, because I've never had an argument. I've never seen someone argument where it's worth terminating a relationship to this day.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard an argument where it's worth Xing out someone.
Yep.
That's the truth.
Permanently, yeah, no.
Oh boy.
In my opinion.
Oh boy.
Brian's away.
He pulling the sheep.
And he's back down.
And he's down. And he's down.
So close, but yes.
I know, yeah.
I've been
It was a tease.
I've been witness to many of a fierce argument, and yes, people have done stupid stuff worth arguing about, worth being called out on. But I'm just not one to argue because I know once I get angry, it's not good. Not as Hulk angry as Ryan over there.
He's probably
So
sleeping.
he's actually asleep. Okay,
He's
swag.
asleep.
But
No, yeah, especially with family, man. It's not worth it. It's not
I've
worth
just
it.
tried to
It's not
tone
worth
down
it.
that aggressive side a lot more in recent years. I haven't gotten like upset in like a few years.
Yeah, I know. See, I don't know if it's like part of like because like I don't see like my mom or dad as much anymore because
Yeah.
like I'm at college, but like I don't know. I used to get in arguments with my dad like all the time
Yeah.
in high school, and like my mom like not as much, but definitely like it was so much more frequent. But now it's like because we're maturing, it's like like you appreciate them more. It's like you just gotta take a step back.
Right. And actually, this leads into I've talked about a lot of arguments, but this one's actually a little bit important because it's a reason why I don't do something. So I think it was in middle school. Remember those report cards where I had to get signed to get some type of credit,
Yeah.
so I don't get sent to the principal's office, whatever.
Yeah.
Not that I had bad grades. It was just like they required you to sign it, regardless if you had all A's or all F's. So anyway, I brought it home after like a really long day, as long as middle school days get, right? And I was getting upset because my brother and my dad were joking, and I was trying to get this done because I had a lot of work to do in middle school, and I was getting really frustrated because they weren't paying
How does
attention
that
to
feel
me.
now? A lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do.
You got a different definition now, don't you?
I don't even know. So I get upset, and then they're just joking. It's like, oh, you need to calm down. And I was getting furious, and so I cursed at my dad. I was like, sign this paper. And then after that pause was the curse word. And after I said that, my dad came at me.
Oh,
He
soap.
took me.
The soap in the mouth.
He put the soap in my mouth.
Rinse the mouth, man.
Rinse my mouth.
Shit.
It was one of the most aggressive things that's ever been done to me. And to this day, I don't curse.
Damn.
Yes. And I was like,
That's what parents are for,
yeah,
man.
that's a little bit harsh, but I mean, I looking back on it, yeah, I really don't even like cursing. It could be because of this, but I don't know. I get clowned on it a little bit just because not cursing.
That's
Because
right, like,
I can't wink. I can't curse. I can't curse. I can't.
inside joke.
I can't whistle. I can't whistle.
No, me neither.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I don't know. Ever since then, I've learned to. Some of the things he's done, he's told me have been worth it.
Yeah,
and
man.
Natisha's totally taking the seriousness now of my situation by dying over there.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yo, you woke up Ryan.
You woke up Brian.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hulk
Yo.
smash.
I was just thinking about your wink.
Now we know that you can't whistle either. Put it together.
I thought you guys would know that. So I made a mistake here on the podcast, right? Should not invite these clowns.
So the reason we invited everyone else is just to make fun of Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a fun day.
let's be real.
And I take that
Yeah,
hit.
yeah. I can
I
agree
take
on
that
that.
hit.
I can agree on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why Brian's not talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just messing with Alex.
Yeah. Brian's really here. In case you missed him, ladies. There you go. There you go. They were,
Yeah,
just,
sorry,
they
we-
were just here like an hour ago.
We apologize for the Brian not talking tonight,
Yes.
but he'll make his
come once
return.
in a-
He'll make a comeback.
He'll come once a media
Maybe
shower.
one day he'll show you the famous smirk that he does. It's
Oh.
like, really, you have to see this fascinating. It's like, damn, you gotta see it.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
I'm pretty sure when it happens, like stars start to glow,
Yeah,
like around.
Oh my gosh, sparkles. Like
Yeah.
you smell new scents in the air.
Yeah. There's a meteor shower like in the sky. It's
Oh my
like
goodness.
She's getting pretty graphic, but I think there's all just those side effects of that Red Bull. She was like seeing colors.
Oh, you're right.
Time was slowing down.
you're right.
T-shirt was on something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Family's where it's at.
Yeah.
Just like with friends.
Right.
If you lose any piece of your family, you will most definitely lose yourself.
And I don't think any fight is not worth trying to fix. Like, I don't know, this is my case because I'm more understanding of a person. Some people might not give a crap. But I feel like every fight deserves a chance to be, every argument, any argument, it needs to be explained first before we make like ultimatums. Before
I
we
agree.
shut someone out or decide on one thing in anger. Like, take some time. Don't be so one-minded on something because it really does shut people out and it's not fair.
I mean, how I see it, like, no matter who it is, like, I don't know, like, my goal is, like, I don't want to make enemies. Like, you know, like, you never know what's going to happen. So I try, like, I'm not going to, like, be nice to everyone just because I don't want to have conflicts. But if I can help it, like, I don't want to make any enemies, you know.
Right.
That's like my philosophy.
And, like, a common thing people want to have in arguments, whether it's people with personalities, is they want people to change. And that's a really tough thing to ask of
Yeah,
someone.
oh, yeah.
Because,
Especially for relationships. Like, that's where a lot of relationship problems come from. Like,
with girl, even friendships, but in relationships, yeah, it's tough.
yeah. Girls, man, what the heck?
Girls.
What?
I remember
Oh, right, we have girls here.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
crap,
right.
crap,
That's
crap.
right.
the show goes on, ladies.
Totally forgot about
Uh-huh.
The show goes on.
I see how it is. Continue.
I'm about to get into a story, but do you want to get into a story? I feel
I
like I'm
don't know.
talking too much.
that. You probably are.
I'm talking too
I'm
much.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. You probably are.
It's Alex show, and the viewers just cut in half.
Preaching.
Viewers just cut in half.
What I mean, like, what do you think makes like fights with like the opposite sex different? Like, even if you like them or not, like, you have an opinion? Like, what makes it different than like with a regular friend or like your family? Like,
Brian.
Brian's up.
Well, okay. Well, I guess what makes like you mean like what makes like
Opposite
fights?
sex. What makes arguments about like change or like personalities that you can't stand?
Well, I mean, girls think different from guys. Well, some girls.
I guess.
Like, not a lot, but somewhat think
Yeah,
differently.
yeah.
So there are some things that you guys might want to do. Oh.
Hold on.
Anyway,
No, keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen, warning.
just keep going.
Brian has a
There are some
hipster
things-
beanie on.
that
Back to the story.
that guys might that girls might be like, okay, like take for instance, guys might want to walk around and be like, I'm gonna walk around in my boxers and just not bathe for a couple of days and just feel the air and the breeze.
Oh my
flowing.
god, that's terrible.
And yeah, that is terrible.
Where's this going? Where's this going?
Saying is that girls might be like, hey, could you please take a bath, sir? I mean, you're stinking up the place. That's like a
I
disagreement.
love you, Natisha.
Yeah. No, you're right. Hey, I'm sure it happens more often than not, yo. I'm sure it
I
happens.
feel that wasn't rehearsed. She's practiced. That's been used.
Yeah, but stuff like that. I mean,
It's a
like,
true story.
what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I wasn't talking about habits like that.
No, but
That makes sense. That
it's
makes
the same
sense.
thing though,
Yes.
because I think I agree. Like guys see on a different level. Like it's hard for the opposite sex. Like it's hard for us to understand girls. It's hard for girls to understand guys. You know?
Right.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
In a way.
I feel
Because we have our own morals, and girls have different outlook on things.
right.
Especially I mean hygiene definitely is one of them.
Yeah.
But
I guess
the
you could
list
correlate
goes
that
on.
habit to uncaringness, unkemptness,
yeah.
or just not caring. But I feel like a major thing is it happens in personality disputes like that. Either the guy or girl sees his significant other as something more than what they are, and so they want to impose that idea on them.
Yeah.
And so as soon as someone feels like they're forced to change, they're more likely than
Yeah.
not. If they can develop on their own and see their own flaws, it's a more healthy development.
I think if I can remember, all the arguments I had in my last relationship were really personal, really things just attacking each other's personality. Things that we were talking about with friends, things that would build up that sort of annoyed either one of us that we needed to finally say in person out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you hear it all the time, all relationships, any relationship that doesn't argue or fight is probably a bad one. It's probably not going to last.
Right.
Because you need those moments to sort of flesh out what's wrong,
Yeah.
what you need to fix.
It's okay to argue.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's when it becomes either too much or non-existent is when it's an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, there are those relationships where the two people are almost exactly the same, almost not entirely, but
Right.
almost. So
That's
all
true.
men have arguments too.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's weird. And they last a long time too. When you're arguing with your significant other, they last so long and
days, weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess in the end it's definitely worth it. I mean, if you're in the right relationship, it's definitely worth it in the end.
And you bring up a good point that you said there's a lot of attacking, and
Yeah,
something people I think know but they don't implement a lot is that attacking doesn't work in arguments, because then you force a mindset on someone that they're being attacked, and so all they just want to do is defend and not try and
yeah,
prove.
that's true.
Thing is, I've tried this in other arguments where I'm trying to let people speak both their ideas, but without using you did this to me,
Right.
or
right. It does become really defensive.
Yeah, as soon as it becomes accusational, it's
Yeah.
it becomes very one-sided. It can get heated really quick, and it's just not good for any growth.
Yeah.
As soon as you attack someone, they're going to feel hurt.
Yeah, I definitely think talking calmly is a big thing. Not raising your voice or arguing, making sure you understand what the other person is saying and talking softly to them.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
And not trying to force that on either. Don't feign understanding. Don't pretend to get what they're saying and then say the same thing again.
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
get out of it.
Not just
Yeah.
not just reiterating your argument, but understanding what they're saying and responding to that, and
Yeah.
trying to make more solutions than divisions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very true.
Resolving conflict, man.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Right.
Yeah.
Just talk it out.
No. I mean, yeah, sometimes physical altercations, they arise more quickly, so sometimes they just need to be stopped before they can be talked about.
Yeah. And when all else fails, just fight it over a game of Street Fighter or Call of Duty or
Smash
Yeah.
Bros.
Rock Paper Scissors.
That works.
It's a good way to settle arguments.
No, it's not.
It's not.
There's no justice in a rock being beat
just
up by
gotta be
paper.
quick.
I know, man. You got to read the person's mind.
No, you don't. You just have
It's all
to
strategy. It's all strategy.
Just put in the fourth player, Meteor. Meteor always
Or
wins.
Atomic Bomb.
No, Meteor beats Atomic Bomb. Get out of here.
Oh, so terrible.
Yeah, you're just mad because he was on you.
Too soon. Anyway.
What?
So yeah, I think we're good. I think it's time to wrap this up.
Brian,
I mean,
do you have any words for fights? We do to fight? No.
he's shaking his head. He's shaking.
I'm a little bit
He won't
heartbroken.
even say no. He's
I'm
just
so
gonna shake his head.
heartbroken.
So
Because he had so much to say before. Whoopsie.
I don't think
But no.
he wants his voice to be heard.
I was being teased by this beanie, thinking we're about to get some words of
And he
wisdom.
sat up and stuff.
sat
too.
up.
Shit.
Dang,
Put
got us
the-
all excited.
Put the
I know,
phoenix
right?
down. We got him ready to go. We healed him all up.
It's all
Took
good.
him down on a trip.
I was ready. I had my
Wanted to take you for a ride.
notes.
And
It's okay. Next week. Brian will be back next week.
next week,
If
yes.
not, then
Yes.
I don't know what the hell we're gonna do.
Next week or whenever our next show is. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry
we're-
for the lateness.
Oh yeah, we're trying to get through
Had
school. We're trying to
massive
get through school.
delays. I don't know what has happened. Multiple trips, various projects, various arguments,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah,
we will be back.
we'll be back on track as long as Brian.
We
comes
say that
back.
every episode.
Hey,
we
hey,
have
hey,
bigger
hey.
gaps.
Just keep hoping. Just
But
keep
we
hoping.
keep on trucking. We're
Don't stop believing.
You right? And yeah, on that note, literally.
don't stop believing.
So yeah, thanks
for
for listening again. That was episode 5. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dudes at 4. Follow us on Twitter. What else?
We have a
What
lot.
else we got?
Oh yeah, you can email us.
Email
too.
us.
All the contact information will be
Yeah.
either in the description.
We have
or
personal
it'll be
Twitters and stuff.
around this
Facebook.
time in the video. We'll have all the information posted up. Visit my DeviantArt or follow Brian or Erin on Twitter. Follow the Dudes page on Twitter. Email
keep
us
supporting.
questions if you want
Feedback.
us to talk. Shout outs for whoever listens to us. our many fans and our familiar fans. We have a small following.
Just keep supporting. We love it. We appreciate it.
We appreciate all of our listeners.
Brian does too, even though he's not talking.
Yes, he's with us in
spirit.
in unconscious spirit.
He's meditating.
Meditation. Just
all
straight
right.
trolling. All right, so this dude's at 4 a.m. Thanks for listening. I'm
Thanks.
Alex.
I'm Aaron.
Brian is over there to
he
my
thumbs
right.
Up. He gave the thumbs up.
Natisha.
And
Natisha. Oh yeah, thanks again for our
Thanks
guests,
our sleeping
Natisha,
Brian,
Sisi, and Ryan.
Sisi,
Thanks a lot,
Natisha.
guys.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We'll be back next week.
Thanks for listening.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Where them girls at? Girls at? In my
Hashtag,
pants.
hashtag get at Erin.
Hashtag sorry, I'm not sorry.
Hashtag Brian's troll.
Hashtag sexy Rexy.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. Yo wants to start that shit. I can't believe I haven't seen that before. Hashtag.
I'm the sissy bitch.
Wow.
Yo, Brian,
What?
you a punk, son.
The fuck? I'm about to bitch slap the shit out of you right now, son.
Well, things got real.
Yo, she just got real.